Hi, I'm Andy Tyler. I'm Partner Marketing Manager at Reapit. Welcome to Apps in the Spotlight, featuring a Reapit partner with a live app in the agency cloud app market. Joining us today is Christian from Movinghub. Christian, thank you very much for coming along today.
Oh, thanks for having me, Andy. It's a pleasure.
Let's just start with a bit of background. Perhaps you could tell us a bit about yourself and the company and just sort of lay the ground a bit.
Yeah, of course. I'll do the truncated version if I'm talking about myself. I can go on. So I'm from a real estate background personally. I sold real estate in England, Spain, Australia, in Queensland, New South Wales before I moved into prop tech and sold the Australia's leading CRM, my desktop, for a number of years. Came back here because I'm English, obviously, and launched a few prop tech products. So in essence, that was for the same company I was with in Australia. And then last year I left them, had a great opportunity with Movinghub, and now started in January Movinghub. So Movinghub themselves, they've been around since 2010. They're originally Australian, so there's a bit of an Australian flavour to my history, but they're all over the world. They've got a big presence in Australia, New Zealand, America, and the UK. They opened up their doors in the UK in 2019, and I've been taken on board to drive growth and get things going.
Fantastic. So let's talk a bit about Movinghub itself, and perhaps you could just explain briefly what its aims are. What problems is it trying to fix?
Yeah, so it does solve some really good problems in that it helps an office's customers, whether it be a tenant, and we'll touch on this later, I'm sure, or a buyer or a homeowner, they're going to be moving home. So it's a very stressful time in their life, as we all know. So where we step in is we will take up the reins and we'll help them with their move. And by that, what I mean is we'll connect them to the council tax and the water, and then we'll try and get them onto other things to help them with the broadband, TV, and so on. And all this is done under the office's brand, which is really important. Rather than being done by Movinghub, they're serviced by the office at no effort by the office. So we're helping them with the move, which, because it's under the office's brand, you're helping them by association. So yeah,
makes sense. And you're now part of the Reapit universe, which is great. So how what does that mean to you in terms of your business? How is being part of our ecosystem important to you?
It's really important. I did a little fist pump when I started, and that integration was in place. I was like, yes, because I mean, you guys are, trailblazers. You're the market leaders. You're such a strong brand, and actually, it's a really, really good integration. So it's no effort from an office. They download it from the app marketplace, and it just runs. So it's a bit of a game changer for us because we're really happy to be aligned with such a big, reputable brand.
It's great having you on board. I'm curious to know a little bit about how it works in terms of the relationship between your products and ours. I mean, obviously you're drawing information from Agency Cloud, it's going over to your side. I'm guessing it pushes something back again. Perhaps you could just explain how that all works.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the beauty of it is, I mean, with regard, integrations are funny, aren't they? Some people say, oh, we integrate, but really it's very, very light touch. This is a really deep integration, which I think is key. You don't have to leave Reapit at all for Movinghub to do its thing, which I think is important. So from the start point, you download it from the app marketplace. It creates behind the scenes a Movinghub account on the fly. You don't have to do anything. It creates all your staff members, and you just use Reapit as you normally would, whether it's exchanging a property or letting a property, and it sends through the information we need to Movinghub. We'll then pick up the phone, we'll call them, or they'll embark on a digital journey if they prefer. This is the customer, and we do our thing. And then as and when we have those conversations, we connect them or it's not successful, that's fed back into Reapit, into a dashboard, so you can see, or your users can see real time, where they're up to with each. And I think that's really important, that it's transparent, that it doesn't go into this black hole. You see real time what you've connected, how much you're going to earn, and what's done. So it's an amazing integration. You don't have to leave Reapit at all, which I think is huge.
As a user, I download your app. I go into the app market, download it. It's now in the product, and then I'm getting a screen that appears within Agency Cloud that shows your data. Is that how it works?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I mean, I'm not technical. I don't know if it's an iframe or it's an API that's been made to look like Reapit, but absolutely all those stats. So of course, if we do have our own hub in the back end that people can log into, but you wouldn't do that with using Reapit. That same data that's in the hub is plopped into Reapit. I couldn't tell you exactly which page within Reapit, but it's on a dashboard on the property in question. So
great stuff. Thank you. That's really helpful. You mentioned there that there's a connection between you and us that could be just on the phone. I mean, so I'm assuming that people can actually pick up the phone and talk to you as well as just connect technologically. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? People still prefer that. I think they like to hear a friendly voice on the end of the phone. So when someone's referred in through from Reapit to us, that customer receives an email, which is from John Smith Real Estate Concierge, so the office's name with our white label all over it. They have the option then to request a callback or continue online. So if they continue online, they go on a digital journey, which is all branded up to their office, and they can choose the best deals. But to be honest, the majority still want a callback. So they press callback and they get a call from one of our UK-based movologists, we call ourselves, which is kind of trademarked. And, you know, very friendly. They'll be allocated an account manager rather than being passed around and speaking to someone different every time. That person will hold their hand through the whole process, but crucially under the office's brand. So again, they feel like they're dealing with a department of the office, which is great.
And your movologists, are they all based in one place, or are they scattered around the UK?
Since COVID, no. So, you know, the need for that has been lessened greatly. So, you know, but they are in the UK. So I think we've got one in Northern Ireland, Tara, the rest are around London, Kent, but certainly in the UK.
Fantastic. What's the competition like in this space? Are you the only one of your type, or are there lots of other companies vying for the same space?
No, there are quite a few. It's quite a competitive space. It was something that 14 years at my last job, you know, to make the move, it had to be the right move. And of course, you do research. And when I looked into Movinghub, I needed to have USPs. It needed to do some things better and different to the others. And I was really nicely surprised. It was enough to make me move, and I continue to be surprised. So it is quite a busy market space. But no, we do have some really cool USPs that set us aside.
Leads you up nicely into what they are. So I'm a customer considering buying into you.
Yeah.
I've seen the app. Why you? Why should I plug into your company, not another one?
Yeah, so there's a lot of USPs, I would say, to focus on the main ones, and I've touched on a few of them already. One is it's not just rentals, as some of our competitors are just the rental properties, it's sales as well. And the beauty about that is it's double bubble commission, so you've got two people moving very often. And also they're the people we really want to impress, you know, the homeowners and the purchasers, because the more they see our brand, and of course we're doing it under your brand, the more likely they are to come back again. And we even have an extension of that USP. We have something called the home portal, which is like a login, a website, if you like, that you can design within our system, which will have all your branding on, where they can go for other connections down the line, or you can put resources on there for them, like a moving home checklist or whatever it might be. So trying to make them sticky and come back. So that only works because it's under the office's brand as opposed to Movinghub. So that would be two USPs there. The other one is extensive reporting, real-time reporting with all those conversations you've had, where we're up to with everything. The home portal, as I mentioned, is a really cool one. So there are quite a few, but I think, you know, the white labeling, the fact that it's sales and lettings are two of the main ones.
And it sounds like a growing business. Plans for world domination, or where do you go from here? And do you have any plans to adapt the Reapit integration as well?
Well, yeah, I mean, we would do. It's so deep anyway already. I mean, the more we release, that was another appeal to me with Movinghub, was a very innovative company. They've got big plans, a lot of which I can't talk about at the moment, but we'll be the first to know when I do know. But, you know, it will be add-ons to the existing product. So as we have new tools, new functions, makes sense to update the integration with Reapit. But yeah, it's just getting some more traction, making more people happy, getting some growth in the UK. So the feedback's been amazing. You know, of course, the reviews, Google reviews, aren't really associated to us. It's to the office that we're servicing, which I think is really important. So, you know, we continue to grow off the back of good feedback. So
fantastic. And finally, any other thoughts that you'd like to add whilst you have everybody's attention?
Well, not so much. I mean, we've covered quite a lot there, but I suppose the main things are that, you know, the migration or coming on board with us is extremely easy. You know, it's especially with Reapit, of course, it's just a case of, I'm sure maybe we can share my details somehow on the screen or via email, but otherwise you just go to the app marketplace, download it, and you can be referring within an hour. You know, so very often people come on board and, you know, they're making revenue straight away from their connections.
If you'd like to find out more about Movinghub, you can do so on our website at reapit.com/foundations reapit.com/partners. And if you're interested in installing the app, all you need to do is contact your customer success manager. As with every app in the app market, installation just takes seconds. That's all for this episode. I hope you found it useful. Until next time.